You want to become good at content creation, like really good. But you don't know where to start and you're making all of these excuses to not begin, which results in you not getting anywhere and you never start and you never progress. Believe me, I've been there. Content creation isn't something that comes naturally. You learn over time what your process is. You develop specific skills that are essential in capturing an audience or creating a really, really beautiful video. Have courage because you're gonna get started this week with these tips. For any beginning content creator, this is something that I need you to hear. It's okay to do it nervous. Content creation is a really daunting thing. It doesn't matter if you're alone or you're in public. Either way, being in front of a camera can be really, really intimidating. And it's only through practice that your nerves will subside. So yes, filming yourself might be anxiety inducing at first, but this is a skill that is developed through time. You have to do it and it's a hump that you have to get over. But once you are over that, you're gonna be so proud of yourself and content creation will come to you easier. Even if it's your first 10, 20, 30 videos that are awkward, the ones that will come after that will not be awkward. You'll slowly see the progress in your videos. You'll see that your confidence is growing in the videos. Over time, your true personality will shine on the camera and you'll be much bolder, much clearer as you're speaking. I know that getting through that very first step of posting that very first video is challenging, but every single content creator, every single influencer out there has done the same exact thing. Even the one with hundreds of thousands of followers, even the ones with millions of followers, even Alex Earl, all of them have had an awkward phase. If you want good content, you also need to recognize that it doesn't have to be perfect. It really doesn't. I used to spend hours conjuring up ideas in my brain, writing them down, and being so nervous that they were just not good enough, or I didn't have the materials, or I didn't have the time to do it, that I just didn't film and I just didn't post. What a waste of time. This is where filming mundane stuff comes in. So for practice, try filming your grocery runs. Film yourself trying a new restaurant or putting on your makeup. Whatever you do on the day-to-day, try filming that. Whatever you are filming, just make sure to not film. Does that make sense? Put something up there to keep the momentum going. Okay, now that we've gotten like the awkward feeling stuff out of the way, let's talk about actual strategic things that you can do when you're creating content. First off, filming does not have to be an hour plus long. Of course, if you're making a video like this, where you're giving a lot of information, it's gonna be longer. But for TikToks and for Reels, you really don't need to spend a whole lot of time filming. Instead, what you can do is focus on B-rolls. So B-rolls are going to be the environmental clips, little snapshots of your experience, 10 to 15 seconds of who you're with, where you're going, what it looks like when you go through the door of this new favorite restaurant, how your food is plated, how your hair is done. Like, you're setting the scene for the audience, right? So it's very, very visual. It has movement. It's dynamic. Grabbing those on your phone doesn't take any time at all. And then when you go home, you spend the time editing. You can create lots and lots of really beautiful videos like this from any events that you go to or any travels that you've had. You can use B-rolls in so many ways. Okay, one thing that I recommend when you are doing research for your content, yes, go out there and watch the heck out of other creators. It is so great to get your creativity juices flowing and gather inspo by watching other creators. But here's what I want you to be really careful of. It can be very, very easy to cling onto one or two creators, but then what might happen is you might accidentally start adopting some of their style because you've been watching it so much. It's not often like a very purposeful thing, but it might happen if you don't keep the creators that you listen to varied. So yeah, all I'm saying is don't just watch one or two, switch it up, find new creators, look for creators that have like 1,000 to 5,000 followers all the way up to millions. Keep it diverse. Find a creator that's in the city, find a creator that's in a farm. I don't know, a farm. watch creators that are for lifestyle, watch creators that are for working out. I don't know the term for that. Fitness creators? Throughout this process, you will then begin to find what is your style and what you really love from these creators without grabbing just one creator's style, because that's icky, right? They worked really, really hard to develop that style. You want to develop your own style, but there's nothing wrong with getting inspired by other people's aesthetics. Another thing about creating content, and this depends on your niche, if you're lifestyle, if you're travel, if you're fashion, oftentimes branding is going to be your friend. I highly, highly recommend spending some time fleshing out your branding. So go on Pinterest, look at a bunch of different photos and see what you might like, what feels right for you, and then save them on a board. Cohesive content always has intentional branding behind that. And once you recognize that, you'll see it everywhere. All the big content creators have branding. Then once you have a couple of photos or a board, pull up Canva. It's a free app. Insert those into a Canva file and then pull some of the elements out of it, some of the colors, and play around with some fonts too. The idea is to get a very consistent brand for yourself. Selecting a few colors, selecting a font is all going to help you keep your content cohesive. This is gonna make your videos, your thumbnails, your profiles all come together really, really nicely. Okay, speaking of Canva, let's talk about editing tools. Editing is going to be a big part of content creation. Actually, it's like the biggest part of content creation. And so learning some very valuable tools is going to be helpful in the long run, I promise. My top 2 favorite tools that are free are Canva and CapCut. Canva is going to be an all-around graphic and video editor. It has lots and lots of different elements that you can pull from. You can edit photos. It's a really good all-around free editor. CapCut is going to be more for videos. It's still really, really awesome though because it has templates. You can also get the CapCut app and upload from CapCut to TikTok immediately, and that could be super helpful. However, if this is something that is really, really long-term for you, I also recommend investing in some very high quality pro editing software. So Final Cut Pro, Adobe, those are going to be some like really high-end, very high performance editing softwares, especially if you're doing long videos like this, right? Long videos aren't gonna do so great on Canva. Me personally, I use Wondershare Filmora. I bought it like years and years ago for a one-time fee, and it's okay. Like I use it because I have it forever, as opposed to Adobe where you have to pay monthly and it's like super expensive. But there's no harm in playing around, and also watch some videos about which pro creators think is best. A pro editing software is going to have a ton of flexibility when it comes to being very, very creative on your videos. Like seriously, it has some amazing capabilities. So if video content is going to be your main content, definitely look into it. And last but not least, if content creation is really something that you want to take seriously, treat your content like a business that you love and want to succeed. Here's what I mean. Success comes with consistency and constantly improving over time. It's the same in a business, it's the same in any arts and crafts, it's the same in content creation. There are going to be days where you are excited to get in front of the camera, you have plans, you have an event to go to, you're doing it with friends, and then there are going to be days where you don't feel like it, you had a long work day, you might have a cold, and it just isn't what you want to do in the moment. But even if you're tired, even if you don't want to, create a post, even if it's not the most perfect post in the world. And this is where B-rolls come in. It's helpful to have lots and lots of past content in your camera roll. That way you can grab the B-rolls, you can grab past content and create something new out of it without like doing your makeup, doing your hair, setting the camera up for a full-fledged video. So if you're treating your content like a business that you love and want to succeed, you have to set aside your comfort sometimes and focus on the actual product. But of course, if content creation is just something that's a hobby that you like to do occasionally, then don't feel the need to put that much pressure on yourself. This can also be a form of just art as well, something to enjoy. It really just depends on what your ultimate goal is. If you want to really grow an online community, this is where consistency is gonna have to come in. If it's more just expressing yourself over videos and putting up videos and photos when you can, you might not need to brush yourself this much. Either way, I fully have faith in you. I believe that everybody has the ability to create content. If that's something that drives them and something that motivates them, they have it in themselves to set aside the time and do it. I know that it can be super, super daunting to start. Believe me, in college, I was very, very nervous to film it in front of people, to film with my boyfriend at the time home. But over time, those nerves go away, the quality of your videos will increase, and you'll start to see the results really, really pay off. And if you're a content creator and you have any tips, feel free to put them below for other content creators. Let's see if we can share and create a conversation about what our best tips are. I think that would be super, super helpful for people who are just getting started, who are intermediate, and who've been doing this for years. All right, thank you so, so much for watching. If you want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can get notifications every single time that I post. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.